What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the real JMyllz, and I got a special guest tonight. We'll be doing a live interview over the phone with NY's finest, the myth, the legend, Danny Florio.
Yo, what's good, people? What's good, JMyllz? Dub D Bully representing. We got fucking Flint, Michigan here, Brooklyn, Queens, New York. We ready to take over. We ready to have a good time.
How you doing right now, Danny? You feeling
Oh,
good?
I'm doing great. You know, tomorrow I'm gonna about to record a song with Twisted Insane. JMyllz is gonna be on it. It's gonna be insane. No pun intended. And be ready for that cipher part two.
Hell yeah, y'all better be ready. Alright, so let's get into the first question. When did you first record your first song? Like amateur, like bullshit, just fucking around. Like when was your first song you recorded? Like what age? And like, what was it about? Shit like that.
Well, my first song recorded, I still remember to this day. It was 1997. I was 15 years old. Back then, Puff Daddy, aka P Diddy, was the biggest thing. Right after Biggie died, I was a hip hop fan. I had a two tape deck, and basically, I became Puff Danny, just the mock Puff Daddy, and it was just to start as a joke because I've always been like a somewhat of a comedian, and I like to laugh and make people laugh. So I would basically take the instrumental tape from the B side and then record over it, and I would just make spoof songs. And then eventually, if I ran out of instrumentals, I just started rapping over the original rapper, with the original rapper rapping me over it. It sounded terrible, but that was the very beginning of I would say, my hip hop music career.
Nice, nice, nice. Do you remember any of rappers' beats that you used when you did that?
It started off as Puff Daddy, then Biggie, went to Tupac, Nas, anybody who was famous around that time, Lord Tariq, Peter Guns, anybody who was really had a big hit at that time, I would just try to make a spoof off of it. So anybody from the 97, 98 era, even DMX.
Nice, nice, nice. What would you say that, what artist or what artist were your greatest inspiration?
Well, it's funny because right now, if you ask me currently, I might say Eminem or Nas, but Eminem wasn't really the first rapper I grew up on because he came out in '99, and I was listening to hip hop way before that because my older brother, he was born 11 years before me, and he got me into hip hop because he was playing it all the time. So my earliest memories of hip hop was definitely Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Beastie Boys, the Fat Boys, even MC Hammer. As much as I hate to admit it, anybody that was really rocking on the radio. Who was that? The guys who sing OPP. I can't even remember their name.
Oh,
But
yeah.
anybody from
Yeah.
like the late '80s, early '90s was kind of my earliest inspirations. And I just loved hip hop so much because I grew up around it all over Brooklyn. And back then, hip hop was everywhere. You couldn't escape it. You could open your window and just see people b-boying, breakdancing, and it was a whole different experience back then.
Right, yeah. It was definitely huge different experience comparing that part in time comparing now.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with people lost the love for the art form and they forgot what hip hop means. They think hip hop is just rap and it's not. It's multiple elements, including graffiti and
The five elements of
DJing.
hip hop.
Yeah, and back then people did it for the love and not so much for the money. There's nothing wrong with making money for it, but if you don't have the passion for it, you're not going to be good. That's why the best MCs who have the best lyrics are the most passionate about it. You
Yeah.
look at somebody like Rakim. He's not the richest rapper, but he's definitely one of the best. Eminem is one of the richest, but look how he dresses. He doesn't wear expensive gold chains and drive the fanciest cars or
Right.
flaunt money. He cares about bars, and that's to me what it's all about.
Definitely, definitely. I couldn't agree more on that one. What any projects you got coming now? What you should plug your YouTube page.
Well, my
Um
YouTube page is Danny Florio. It's pretty easy to find. I use my original name because my other rap name was D Flow, and then I found out there were a million D Flows. There was even a D Flow who knew Big L, so I'm like, I definitely can't use that name. It's too common. But basically, go to YouTube, put in Danny Florio, Google me actually, because I'm all over the place. I'm on Reverb, I'm on SoundCloud, I'm on Spotify. Sometimes people bootleg my music, and my music shows up everywhere. You might just find it on a flyer in Alaska. I don't even know. But projects I'm working on, a song with you and Twisted Insane. The second part of the Cypher series with Twisted Insane, who's a great underground rapper, but who's blowing up, who's also signed to Strange Music with Tech Nine. That's in the works. I have a mixtape out. A bunch of mixtapes. You can check me out on datpiff.com. They're all free. You just have to make an account to download them. And you can get the official MP3s that sound higher quality than the YouTube versions. And like I said, if you want to catch my music, all you have to do is Google me or YouTube me. I'm pretty easy to find.
Hell yeah, definitely. Everybody check him out. This is real hip-hop. I'm talking, you like the golden era hip-hop? Well, he brings that golden era hip-hop to present day music, you know? And
basically what we want to do with the golden era is not just focus mainly on the golden era, but recreate the golden era. And I want to bring it to the new generation.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
I think what's missing in hip-hop now is the lack of artistry, the lack of diversity. Everybody sounds the same, or at least the people on mainstream radio sound the same. We need people to make concept songs that nobody else has the balls to do. But I feel like everybody wants to be a conformist and do what's popular, and it's only popular because the government are making people do this to make people stupid. Why do you think the most conscious hip-hop records aren't on mainstream radio anymore? Or the most lyrical rapper isn't getting the most notoriety? There's a reason for that. People want to keep people down.
Exactly.
We got to change that.
Yep. And I would definitely say that's what Dub D Bullies is definitely doing at this point.
Well, Dub D Bullies is a team that you're on, I'm on, and it's mainly, I created Dub D Bullies to stand for World Domination Bullies. Basically, we bully the bullies. There isn't no state guidelines. There's no country guidelines. We go past North America. We got members in Africa. We got members in Australia, Canada, England, you name it. Detroit, New York City, California, Pennsylvania, Chicago. Everywhere you look, we have battle rappers. We have singers. We have MCs. We have DJs. We have beatboxers, for crying out loud. We got everything, and we want to keep expanding. But Dub D Bullies is basically for the real artists who stick together and understand that there's a bigger cause than just being the best rapper. When you can bring the best rappers together and create a movement that's insurmountable, that's unstoppable, that can penetrate freaking stone. Like, this is in the palm of our hands, and we got to take it. And we have a blessing in us, in our soul, to speak this language that most people can't convey through words. We can take words and bend them and say them fast, say them slow, make metaphors out of them, punchlines. This is all in our power. So we got to use that power, not abuse it.
I couldn't agree more again, Danny. You are definitely, in my opinion, one of the top underground artists. What do you think helped contributed to you being at the level that you're at now?
Well, thank you for that. To be honest with you, what helped me create what I've created is pain. Physical, mental, all the anguish I've been through my whole life.
Yeah.
You can deal with certain things and you can run from them, or you can look them straight in the eye and say, fuck you. I'm going to utilize this to be the best person I can be. I'm going to take everything that's happened to me in my life, and there's something that was supposed to destroy me will not. I will destroy others with this pain I have. I will create the most unique rhyme patterns you've ever heard, the most unique concepts with this pain. It fuels me. It's like coal to a fire to fuel your house in the wintertime. I bring that heat because I've had nothing but people flame me my whole life. So eventually I took that flame and I said, fuck it, I'm going to utilize it. I'm going to be the sun. I'm going to emit so many flame rays that the world's going to feel my fire. The world's going to feel my passion and pain. So pain is my biggest inspiration. Sometimes I can't deal with it at the moment, but when I get over it, I look back and say, that person that pissed me off, he's the inspiration that made this great song. Or this person that did this to me, they're the reason why I'm doing great now. When people say you can't do it, I do it 10 times more than what they said I couldn't do initially.
Wow, man, you got a lot of wisdom, man, I tell you.
I think everybody in Dub D does, including yourself, and that's why I brung all you guys together. I think the wisdom comes from learning.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta fall before you can walk. You gotta walk before you can run.
Yeah.
You gotta run before you can fly.
Yep. Amen, man. Fucking man. Well, how do you feel about dropping a quick 16?
I'm all for it. Are you ready?
Hey, I think we're ready when you are.
My sexual harassment caused my testicle detachment. Got kicked in the groin and left my genitals in fragments. Guard your grill when I start dropping verses. My bars got you nervous. Fuck a hard copy purchase. My arch euphoric. I'm the spark that even Martians orbit. I'm so electric with my flow, I gotta charge it for it. In one verse, I can fit 1,000,000 bars or more. It's hard to store it. Gotta find extensions or a larger torrent. The art of war. I'm hardcore. Rappers battle start to forfeit. Heavy in the game just to live me. Better start the forklift. Talking shooting, I'm like Curry and it's hard to score it. I'll take your hair right off your scalp just to carpet floors with. Look in the mirror, it socially boggles me. Put dollars around my dick and you can blow the economy. You rappers second rate, so how I let the rest escape. Cage you in to take offense, climbing Kevin Gates. Guys, Danny Florio, a quick 16. Shout out to my boy JMyllz, whatever you want to call him, because he's making mileage and he's making mills. They'll be bullies. 2017. Look out for that new Twisted Insane cypher coming out soon.
All right, Danny. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Yep.